Hey, horror fans! Once again, it's the Horror Miser Money G, and once again, I'm here to present to you another movie for Women in Horror Month. I continue my celebration of Women in Horror Month, so today I'm going to review the movie American Mary. Yes! Now, obviously, there are two reasons why I'm reviewing this particular movie for Women in Horror Month. One, obviously, this was directed by a couple of my favorite female directors, Jen and Sylvia Soska. I think I pronounced that right. These two women, twins, identical twins, have done a fantastic job in the horror community. Their first movie, Dead Hooker in a Trunk. Then they had the sequel to See No Evil. Now they have this movie right here, American Mary, right here. They've done a fantastic job in the horror community, and they're very beloved in the horror community as well. Also, Catherine Isabel, she's placed in this picture as well. We know Catherine Isabel Osby from the Ginger Snap films trilogy. She was in Freddy vs. Jason, and she was actually in the See No Evil sequel too as well. So there's the two reasons why I revealed this film is because of the Soska Sisters and because of Catherine Isabel. So you get two for the price of one. So let's go on ahead and review American Mary. Now, American Mary is a 2012 Canadian horror film. It stars Catherine Isabel, Antonio Cupa, and Triska Risk. Of course, it was written and directed by Jen and Sylvia Soska. Basically, this film it's a nice, interesting story about Catherine Isabel, who plays a surgeon who gets introduced into body modification world and how she deals with it and the consequences that she has to go through in dealing with as dealing in this world. I get it right. Now, as I stated before, we have Catherine Isabel. She plays Mary Mason. She's in medical school, trying to become a surgeon, and unfortunately, it's like with all college students, she's flat broke. She can't even pay her phone bill. She gets desperate enough to even go to a stripper place to become a stripper when she's thrown into getting a surgery for a guy that's being tortured in the stripper club. She performs the surgery. The guy pays her $5,000, and everything seems to be fine. Then, unfortunately, a tragic event happens at a party. For those who seen the picture, I know what you're talking about. I won't spoil it here. And all of a sudden, she gets thrust into this world of body modification. Body modification. There is a stripper by the name of Beatrice, who looks like Betty, like the pinup doll, Betty Page, and she gets married to perform a body modification on this friend of hers. And that's basically what happens throughout the film. We see that. We see the tragic events. We see Mary decides to go full born into the body modification. And the film deals with Mary's immersion into that film and the consequences that happens as well. Now, obviously, one of the strong points is, once again, Jen and Sylvia Soska. They direct a very nice pace film here. I love how they pace the film. I like how they use the colors of gray and darkness in this particular world, in the stripper club, and in the places that Mary does her surgeries at. Very fascinating how this style is, and I'm also fascinated at the fact that, once again, the Soska Sisters, they don't use CGI. Everything here is practical effects, and even even the members that Mary performs the surgery on, they're actually part or members of the body modification subgenre. They participate in this. They actually do participate in this, and we see all sorts of body modification. Even the Soska Sisters themselves have their little cameo here. They get horns, they get horns in their side of their heads. They have some people get their ears pointed up like Vulcans. Some people get their tongues split in half, and some people get their private parts worked on as well. And they do a great job in exploring that world. They don't exploit it, this is not an exploitation film. They actually show that these people are happy and very comfortable, and this is what they want to do with their bodies, and they have a right to do that. So they don't exploit it. They just show the type of world that it is. Another great thing I love about this film, once again, is Catherine Isabel. She is great in this film. The Soska Sisters actually wrote this movie just for her because they only imagined her to play this role, and she really does a great job as Mary. We see her when she starts to begin the surgery. She's very offended by it. She's not enjoying it for the moment. Later on, after the tragic event happens, she goes into full mode. She goes right into it, and she does a pretty good job in dealing with the people and the characters that come within this world as too. Coming within this world too. I love her camaraderie that she has with Beatrice. Those two really play off from each other. So you got to give Catherine Isabel and Kristen Riss great because they really work well in this picture too. Like I said, this is a very great role for Catherine Isabel. Unfortunately, there are two things I do not like about this picture. One is the lackluster finish, which I was a bit surprised with the Soska Sisters. They're not known for this, but I don't know what they were thinking or what they thought. I'm assuming that they were trying to do something, show the consequences of Mary's actions, because not everyone likes this particular part of the society. And I guess they were trying to show the consequences of her actions, but it was kind of lackluster and it was very unfulfilling. And another part I didn't like was the what's his and Antonio Cupo's role as the uh, owner of the bar, owner of the stripper bar. Yes, him. He has no chemistry with Isabel. There is nothing to his role. He doesn't add anything else to the picture other than just to fantasize about Mary. Because as we see throughout the picture, all he does is fantasize about her. But he brings nothing to the role. I don't understand why he's even in this picture. I prefer to see more of Mary and Beatrice because they are the two main parts. And like I said, Beatrice is fascinating. I would have seen her more in this picture than I would see Antonio Cupo in this role. But that's the only two things I didn't like about this picture was the lackluster finish and Antonio Cupo's role. Like I said, this is a very good movie. Despite the two flaws I didn't like, this is a very good movie. It's a very good horror movie. Like I said, everything is practical. There's no CGI because that's what the Soska Sisters do. And this is another great entry into their filmography. I don't know if and when they'll actually get a chance to make a big budget picture. I don't know if they trust movie studios. I think they're more comfortable staying within the indie circle. But if they were to do a big budget film, I think they'll hit it out the ballpark. So, the horror miser is going to open up his vault, and he's going to give American Mary 3.5 out of my 5 gold coins. Yes, American Mary will get 3.5 out of my 5 gold coins. Yes, that's what I'm going to give American Mary. Now, you can probably find this, I believe, on Amazon Prime. It might be playing on Netflix. I saw this on Comcast Video on Demand. I'm pretty sure you can find it anywhere. I'm pretty sure you can find it maybe in Walmart at a nice, good price. And I'd suggest you do find it and add it to your collection of the Soska Sisters films. This is another great film, despite the couple flaws that I have it. And I truly enjoyed American Mary. It's a great place. It is a great film to include in Women in Horror Month. Well, that's my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up because it does help the channel. And once again, this is your first time here. You know what you got to do. That's right. Hit that subscriber button and ring that notification bell. That way you can come and enjoy the horror experience with me, the Horror Miser, Monty G. And as always, all my social media links will be down at the description box below as well. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser, Monty G. And always remember, horror rules.